What is up, fam? We are at the Singing Tower. This is Bok Tower in Florida. Bok Tower in Florida. Check this out behind me. I'm gonna send this out. This one's been on the bucket list for a hot minute. Hopefully the connectivity's all right. Bok Tower in Florida. How's everybody doing? We are at Bok Tower in Florida. Come on, man. 4 people watching. Just sending this out. I'm gonna turn this camera around. We are at the Bok Tower in Florida. Please share this out. This is in Lake Wales. Y'all seen me make videos of this place? This is the Singing Tower, and it's really cool because it has a giant Carillon of bells inside. Bok Tower, Florida. Super cool spot, super cool spot. Lake Wales, Florida. This is what it looks like right here. Giant tower, giant tower. I just got here, and we're gonna be walking around here a little bit. Please share this out. Share this out. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Lake Wales has some crazy energy. This is built upon Mount Iron, which is one of the tallest points in the Florida peninsula. Mount Iron, I think, is the 13th tallest point. You hear them bells? Look, there's Adam and Eve right there. Please share this out. Share this out, y'all. We got 5 people watching. Share this out. Nine people watching. Share this out, fam. Share this out. 12 people watching. Lily spot. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful spot. And that door right there, it actually depicts the book of Genesis. Big, huge, giant bronze casted door. Thank you, thank you. Please share this out. If I can get over there. They don't. So Mr. Bok, he's actually buried like right in front here. Good afternoon. How's it going, fam? How's it going? That's the Genesis door right there. You can see the tree on there. Big red door. I mean, there's stuff all the way around the outside here. Please share this out. Share this out. We'll be here for a minute. I'm going to be going into the Welcome Center. We got 2.5 hours till this place closes. I have my video or my phone charger with me. You see the tree up there? It's really the Kabbalah tree. Yeah, me too, Kristen. I want to go inside. So it costs $500. $500 to if you get a membership. You have to get a membership here. Oh, look at that. Big giant koi fish right here. 18 people watching. Clopton 429. How's it going, everybody? Please share this out. Share this out. Usually our lives will usually have a couple hundred people on here at the same time as we're walking around. Little Season Salt and Light. There is a giant Carillon of bells. There's actually one of the bells in there weighs 12 tons. I know that sounds ridiculous, but weighs 12 tons. This is the Singing Tower, the Bok Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. Where's everybody from? Let's boost this out. 23 people watching right now. We're just getting started here. We're just getting started here. Frequency magic. I mean, this place is amazing, and there's so much around it. I took a picture in front of those. Those birds are like 14 foot tall at the top of here. Nah, Illinois, Texas, Bahamas. Yeah, I was just looking at ferries from Florida to the Bahamas. I want to go down to the Bahamas. I need a tour guide. Mike, how's it going, Mike? Trish, how are you? My James, Cleveland, Ohio. I'll be heading to Ohio. Haven't been there in a while, but chasing giants there. Type 1, Scotland, right on. That's awesome. Scotland. I love all our support in Scotland. I wish I could get over there to get a better look at that door. This moat is pretty fantabulous. 30 people watching. BJ, you're in Haines City, 20 minutes away. This is Lake Wales, Florida, and this gigantic tower. 1929 it was completed. That's what they say, 1929. Please share this out. Share this out. You can hear all the bells. I've been wanting to go live here for a while. I mean, this thing is crazy. And there's ornate detail. So this is a bird sanctuary as well. Yes, I will absolutely get footage of the flowers. These gardens are amazing. I wanted to show you all the tower first, and then I was going to walk through the gardens, and then go through the Welcome Center. You can see we are on top of Mount Iron right now, and Mount Iron is the 13th tallest point in the Florida Peninsula here. And this is pretty wild. So this is the big sundial on the back here. Look at that sundial. It's a snake. Snake sundial. And that thing is gigantic. It's huge. Alex, hello, England. Yes. That's awesome. That's what they say, Mike. Exactly. 1929. It's what his story. I wish I could show you how big this thing is. I might set up my tripod and just walk forward so you guys can see, because this thing doesn't do justice. Doesn't do justice how big that thing is. Watch this. Please share this out. Share this out. We should get this live popping here. Get this live popping. Camera does not do justice. But what I can do, I mean, dang, if I could back up even more. I'm gonna walk all the way up to the moat so you can see how big this is. Please get the chat going for me. That would be excellent. And stand by.
I didn't do it.
I saw. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My camera fell, fam. Gotta get a better tripod. Stand by. Almost 50 people watching. All right, we should be standing still now. All right, stand by. Time to kick these off. The thing is huge. It's absolutely huge. And it doesn't even do justice. Bok Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. Bok Tower, this is on Mount Iron. Mount Iron, you guys saw me do some videos of this place. This place is incredibly impressive. That huge sundial has the astrology signs all the way around it. No, Alex, that's not my girlfriend. She's a beautiful woman, but she's not my girlfriend. She was here taking pictures too. I don't know who she is. All right. You thought I was about to dance, Boogie Man? I'd be dancing out here. I had to take my moccasins off. Took my moccasins off. But this thing sings. There's a giant Carillon of bells in here. TJ, I don't have no girlfriend. I am single. Single. I've been celibate for 10 months. Well, thank you, Alex. No, she's a very beautiful woman. That is for certain. There's another huge sundial. I know this one's huge. I mean, this place is wild. bust out some Thriller. I do love me some Michael Jackson. I wish I could get over there closer to show you all that Genesis door. But you can see all the way up there, that's Adam and Eve and the blue snake. You see Adam and Eve and the blue snake? Trish, the gardens around this place is absolutely beautiful. Somebody asked if we live in a simulation. Well, we live in it's a certain plane of existence. So V3 the Vet, this was built as Bok's personal library, believe it or not. And there's giant water tanks inside of here. This is the size of a 40-story building, believe it or not. 40-story building. It's all, yeah, it's occult symbolism. But we got to keep this live pretty tame. I'd appreciate that with everybody. I wish I could go inside. You have to have a $500 membership in order to go inside. But I mean, check out that sundial. Yo, big-hearted peace and love. What is up, my brother? What is up? Yes, Trish, it's on a huge hill in Florida, Mount Iron. Mount Iron, one of the tallest points in the Florida Peninsula. One of the tallest points. Thank you, Amy Sue. 80 people watching live right now. 80 people watching live. The wind is blowing. You can see. Honestly, I'm going to walk over here. So, Florida doesn't have that many, there's not that many tall points in Florida. It's pretty flat, especially for somebody like me from the Northeast. But, so you can see this tower is huge, and this is on Mount Iron. I know I'm going to repeat myself 1,000 times, but it's on Mount Iron, Lake Wales, Florida. Place is huge. Fruit Guy of Tampa? What's Fruit Guy of Tampa? So I'll show you. There's a hill here. And what's wild about this place, see, we're on a big mound, okay? When I was doing research about this, when they're excavating the moat that's around the outside of here, they found a lot of seashells. And there were shell mounds built by giants. So for all y'all listening, giants are real. There are giant tribes all over Florida. American tradesmen, this place is crazy. It literally looks like something from the Lord of the Rings. 100%. Yeah, Kristen, we're going to find that sundial. I'm going to walk through the gardens as well. We have about 2.5 hours till this place closes. And I want to bring y'all into the Welcome Center too, which is really cool. I was taking some pictures in there. What's also interesting is that over there is a giant golf course. Now, we know that they use golf courses to hide mounds, right? That's a fact, Jack. That's not up for a debate. That's a fact. BU, love to hear what we believe we are living in. This plane of existence, a toroidal field, everything is energy. But I want to be able to retain all this content, so I don't necessarily want to get into too much deep stuff. We can go live again later, and I can get into deeper stuff, but yesterday TikTok gave me violations for talking about baby ducks. So this is my 4th TikTok account. May Blue, yeah, absolutely. If you go to my website, www.lancefromupstate.com, it's a brand new website I just launched. It doesn't have too much on there right now, but I do have an email contact you can send stuff. 102 people watching live right now. Big Bear, what's going on? I told you we'd be live at Bok Tower. Turf's Kid, golf courses are used to hide burial mounds. Burial mounds. Especially for giants. Giants. So you think about this, right? This structure is gigantic. It is 40 stories tall. I can't remember how many feet it is in total, but 40 stories tall. It's gigantic, has a Carillon of tons and tons of bells in here. I think it's like a 60-bell Carillon. And within that is a bell that weighs 12 tons itself, okay? 12 tons itself. Gigantic, gigantic. This was completed in 1929, they say. And, I mean, you can see all the symbolism for yourself. I wish I could get over there to show you all that giant door. But you can see, look at the size of that golden sundial. Snake. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the support. I appreciate y'all so very much. Please like, share, follow, do all the things. Let's boost this live out. I drove all the way to Florida to go live for you all here at Bok Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. I'm going to be going live in St. Augustine, Florida as well. Oh, that's funny, Turf's Kid. I'm going live in St. Augustine as well. That's one of the next ones on the bucket list. Kristen, yeah, the walk is closed off here. Let's check this out. Look, big, huge gate. Snake right here. And then look, there's like, look at those faces. What do those look like? Turf's Kid, you live downtown where, bro? Downtown by St. Augustine? Yo, I'm going to St. Augustine. St. Augustine looks absolutely wild. So Mr. Bok, he is actually buried right here. He's buried right there. That's his headstone. Turf's Kid, is there some stuff around St. Augustine I should check out? See right there? He's actually buried. Oh, where's my hand? Right here. Lightner? I'm gonna walk around this thing again, but those birds up there, so this is a bird sanctuary as well. Those birds are 14 foot tall. B-O-K Tower. B-O-K. Lake Wales, Florida. Yeah, Goyo reminds you of the movie Conan, 100%. Conan, and to me, like, it's Lord of the Rings. Saruman. But that huge giant, this is a giant bronze casted door, and it's actually depicts the book of Genesis. I wish I could get over there to get a closer look for you all, but I do have some pictures that I took from inside the Welcome Center. Lake Wales, W-A-L-E-S. Big Bear, yeah, there's literally a giant Carillon of bells in there. There's like 60 bells. The biggest one is like 12 tons. There's a Stargate here. Thank you. Big-hearted peace and love. Bok Tower. So this thing is called the Singing Tower. It's going to start singing here again in a minute. Oh, here we go. Here's some facts. So Edward Bok, born October 9th, 1863 at Den Helder, the Netherlands, died within sight of the tower January 9th, 1930. At his request, his family placed his grave at the lawn in front of the Great Brass Door. So that Great Brass Door right there. Coming to the United States as a poor immigrant boy of 6 years old, he achieved success as a writer and editor. Late in his life, he created the sanctuary as a place for repose in the human spirit. So he created this for the human spirit, built the tower with great Carillon and its central accent, and presented them to the American people for visitation as his thanks for his success that they had given him. So this is Florida. 104 people watching live right now. Please like, share, follow, do all the things. So I think after I leave here, I'm actually going to go to Spook Hill. There's a place called Spook Hill. That's what it's called. And it looks like vehicles roll uphill there. So there's something definitely wild going on with energetic points at this point. And there's a reason why this was built on top of Mount Iron here. This is energetically powerful, absolutely. Uncle Beard's Organics. You got any organic stuff for my beard? My beard. I ran out of beard stuff today. So I need some, if that's what you do, beard stuff. I love and appreciate y'all. You used to live here, Goyo? Oh, you're right down the road from St. Augustine? I'm going to be headed there within the next couple days. I'm going to be heading to St. Augustine. Thinking possibly Thursday. I'm going to head to St. Augustine, I do believe. TOLC, you got to tell me something. Add you to what? 111 people watching right now. So this door, if I can get a little closer, I know it's hard to see, but that door depicts the book of Genesis, and then that stone right there, that is Edward Bok's headstone, and he is the curator of this place. Oh, I'm Henry. You're in, I can't even pronounce that, but I saw that the other day, the name of that. Honey Bay, how are you, darling? 111 people watching live right now. Please like, share, follow, do all the things. We are in Lake Wales, Florida. You can see there's Adam and Eve right there with a blue snake in between them. And then you have the tree right there. Yeah, famous for manatees. Bro, Henry, I went to go and check out the manatees the other day, but I didn't see any. Sis, what is going on? The colors are very interesting on the stones. Honey Bay, well, I'm glad you're here now. I appreciate you. I'm sending you love. Sending you love always. Sending you lots of love always. Somerset, UK, the United Kingdom. Thank you very much for your support from the United Kingdom. We've gained a lot of support in the United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia. Oh, it's absolutely insane. I can't remember. Can anybody do me a solid? And I can't remember the facts off the top of my head of how tall this thing is. I know it's the same height as a 40-story structure. And within this place, I actually have a map of a picture, and there's a huge water tower inside of here. Inside of here is big and open, and then in the middle of it, there's a huge motif. It's all tile. And in the middle of it, William Cool, facts, bro. I wish I had a drone. I need somebody that, I told you, I need a crew of people to come out with me while I'm doing these. But inside there's a giant motif, and then there's a 6-pointed star on the floor there. 6-pointed star. 205 feet. Thank you so very much, Kristen. 205 feet tall. And these bells should be going off again in here just a minute. I'm already picking up garbage. My moccasins will be full of garbage. Because I know I don't wear shoes. I have my moccasins because I need them if I have to go into public. Yeah, I'm going to bring you on to the Welcome Center as well. And in the Welcome Center, it has a bunch of stuff about the construction dates, all that good stuff. So here's some more information. That's what I read over there. Edward Bok, he was born October 9th, 1863, and he died in the site of the tower January 9th, 1930, and he's actually buried right in front of here. Oh, we can check this out. Restoring the Singing Tower and moat at Bok Tower Gardens. So very interesting stuff. Division of Historical Resources. And again, just like anything else, when you enter into these historical societies, everything becomes more controlled. Gatekeeping. And it is what it is, right? We're just out here exploring, having fun. Yeah, a Turf's Kid, absolutely. I mean, it was built different, and if you had a lot of money, I mean, then you can afford to have something built like this, right? But they purposefully build stuff, they call it stick building, but out of wood. I don't think we're really supposed to live in wood. I think we're supposed to... Tartaria? I don't really use that term. But I will say that there was multiple advanced civilizations that existed here prior to us knowing. And for entertainment educational purposes only, they have lied about all of our history and covered it up. And a big part of that is that there were a lot of giant tribes that existed all through here. And they buried in mounds. That's why we have shell mounds all over the place. But giants existed. And I mean, I talk about the Bible quite a bit. I've been reading the Bible now as an adult. But they talk about the Nephilim. They were giants, but there are also giant tribes that were all over North America. Exactly, Brennan. You talk about Atlantis and Lemuria, but all these ancient advanced civilizations that existed. I mean, this looks like... Come on, do you think this would be in Florida, bro? Do you think this would be in Florida? You have a drone, Big Bear? That's what I need. We need a drone. We need a drone out here. That's what we need. Let me look at this thing. You think we're in Florida? Does it look like we're in Florida? Oh, 100%, William Cool. Dragons existing also. Absolutely. Oh, you're good. Don't worry, I won't get you. How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Yeah, beyond the ice wall, there's a lot of stuff beyond the ice wall. Oh, look at that giant koi fish. Those things are huge, bro. Exactly. Peppered a panther. That's what they did. They tried tricking us all. And they say, oh, they're dinosaurs. No, bro. We had dragons. There's a Mavic Mini for sale for $200 in St. Augustine. What's that? Is that some sort of drone? I need somebody to come fly a drone for me. I need a team of people to come out with me on my adventures. That's what I need. We've been live for, yesterday was actually the 1-year anniversary since we started going live. You need an airship? Yeah, let's go. Hop on, let's go on the airship. I will go over the ice wall with you. It's just like I talk about the Grand Canyon. when I get to the Grand Canyon, I'm hopping the fence, bro. I'm hopping the fence. But look at that. I mean, you can see those are all astrological signs all the way around it. See? Doot, doot, doot. All the way around. Leo. Gemini. I don't want to say the C word. Taurus. I mean, that thing is gigantic. Boogeyman, really? Let's go. Let's go. You want to make a crew? We need a crew. Mr. Ferguson. Yes, St. Augustine is a star fort. Your name made me chuckle. I will be going live from St. Augustine soon as well, later on this week. So my name comes from Lance from upstate New York. I've gone up and down the East Coast showing old architecture, stuff like this. We do live streams. Please check out my content. If you're not following me on other platforms, please go check me out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can check my website out at lancefromupstate.com. It's a new website. I will be checking out Georgia as well. I think this weekend, actually, y'all know Make It Make Sense, Big T. I think we're probably going to link up and go to Jacksonville, Florida together. So you can check out, I did an episode of his podcast. I was a second guest on his podcast a while back. I mean, but look at that. I'm waiting for this thing to start singing again, bro. This thing sings. That's why they call it the Singing Tower. We're going to back up a little bit. It's huge. I mean, this thing, the phone doesn't do it justice. It doesn't do it justice. But thank you again for joining me on this adventure. I'm going to bring you through the gardens, and I'm also going to bring you into the Welcome Center, and I can show you all sorts of cool stuff about that. But as I was saying, we are on like a big mound here. This is Mount Iron. Me blue, all right. You can see. It's huge. Well, it ain't round, Anthony. We live in a toroidal field, our plane of existence. It's flat, but it's not like flat, if that makes sense. It's not a round ball spinning around at 66,000 miles an hour. But toroidal field, our torus field, our Orus field, there's different dimensions and planes of existence. Jess, I absolutely do. Oh, the Big Bear. You told Mims about me weeks ago. It's funny. Yeah, there's been a lot of people that tag me on his content and vice versa. Mims. You know, when he got started, I reached out to him on Instagram. He only had maybe 20,000 followers, and I reached out to him and let him know, like, hey, bro, I've been doing this for a minute. Now he's huge. Thank you, Amy Sue. Amy Sue is a wealth of knowledge, but it's so cool. I mean, there's Adam and Eve right there. What do you think? Do you think Florida is the Garden of Eden? I mean, if we talk about gopher wood, where is gopher wood only native to? Question of the day. Yeah, I'll go show you the door again. I'll go show you the door. I wish I could get closer to it. Again, it's a giant bronze casted door, and it depicts the book of Genesis from the Bible. I mean, that sundial is absolutely wild. I can't touch the building, unfortunately. There you go. Gopher wood is from Florida and Georgia. Ding, ding, ding. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Big Bear, let's go, bro. Seriously, if I had a drone, and there's a lot of places that I've gone to where we can go back, and I've scouted a lot of places and I've filmed a lot of places that I haven't posted. So I do a lot of scouting around when I'm going out to places. But unfortunately, I can't go over there, and there's too many people watching, so I can't shimmy across that, because I absolutely would. Absolutely would. I wonder if this guy would let me film that door. I wonder if I ask him. I think if I ask him nice. Sir, can I ask you a question? Is there any way I can get over to that bronze door and get a closer look? No? All right. Is there any special way? How do I get a tour of the inside?
You have to go up to the front desk and ask them.
Okay.
And you have to be a member, and it's expensive.
Yeah, $500, right? From what I saw.
From what I've heard, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I appreciate it.
All right.
I mean, I'd love to go in. I'd love to just go to that door real quick.
I know.
I appreciate you. There you go. I tried, fam. I tried. They're working in there. What are they removing? Let me go around here. Let me go around here. There's beautiful butterfly gardens everywhere here. I don't want to block these people. They're taking photographs. Yeah, the amigos would let me in, for sure. I can always make friends with those homies. Yo, mi amigo. Try to make friends with everybody. Go ask one of them to take a picture. Well, I mean, they're being monitored. That's the guy I just talked to. But look at me, that's a big door. Look, I'm open that thing. Come on, dude, just let me go. Yo, the stage, what's going on? Fire chief, you know, last time I was here, I was feeding the squirrels. They were coming right up to me. I mean, look at that thing. Book of Genesis, giant bronze casted door. It's good to see you too, bro. Can I throw on my phone and they take a video? That would be cool, wouldn't it? They're doing work. They're doing work over here. But everything is heavily monitored. You know, much like a lot of these sites I go to. How's it going? What's it look like in there? What's it look like? Yeah, no worries, no worries. Much love, much love. No hablo inglés. Barrett Bear, what is this? This is called the Bok Tower in Lake Wales, Florida, the Singing Tower. I'm wondering if they're waiting for these gentlemen to leave. Oh man, can we see inside of there? I wish we could see inside of there. It costs like $500 to get a membership here. Crick at the top actually has giant birds. And how do I do the green screen? Is there a way to do the green screen? I know Darren used to do it all the time. But I took pictures. And you could see, because they have, yeah, you're going to hear the bells. They usually go off a lot. No, I don't think this is the tallest building in Florida, not by any means. This is 205 feet tall. I know it's about 40 stories in comparison to a modern structure. Be like 40 stories high. But those birds all the way up on top there, those birds are like 14 foot tall. And they actually have them in the Welcome Center. And I stood next to it and got a picture with it. But you can see the tree. And you see like the monkeys under there. But that's like the Kabbalah tree, to be honest with you. And then you have Adam and Eve right there in the blue snake. The fish, 3 fish. There's a lot of symbolism here. There's a lot of symbolism here. But that's the door. What are they doing there? So this was built as Edward Bok's like personal study. So there's like a library in here, and then there's a bunch of water towers inside. Yes, absolutely, the red door back to, I mean, exactly. And the other side looks like, I mean, that even looks like where somebody would come out and dress a crowd of people. You know what I mean? But what was I saying? Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Please like, share, follow, do all the things, do all the things. Is it cool in there? Yeah, cool. Mi hermano no hablo inglés. What do you get for being a member? I think, well, because it costs $20. It costs $20. So every time I come here, it costs $20. But I'm going to go around back to the other side because there's a couple young ladies behind me. I think they want to take some photographs, and I'm rudely standing in front of the tower here. Like, share, follow, do all the things. I am Lancelot. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. 105 people watching live right now. Check out the beautiful koi fish here. How's the connectivity? We doing good? We having a great day today. It is a beautiful day in sunny Lake Wales, Florida. This is the Bok Tower, the Singing Tower of Lake Wales, built on top of Mount Iron, the 13th tallest point in the state of Florida. That's not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. But one of the tallest points in the entire state of Florida. Much love, fam. Much love. Thank you so very much. This place is open for another 2 hours. I have my external battery bank so we can recharge my phone. I'm going to walk through the gardens and show you all that soon as well. And then I want enough time to show you the Welcome Center inside. This place is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I was doing some research in this moat that is all the way around here. When they excavated, they found the peoples that were here, which there were giant tribes here, there were lots of giant tribes here, but they used shells and made like shell mounds and like shell concrete. It was like shell concrete, just like we talk about Roman concrete. It's self-healing concrete. It's a lot older than what they want us to believe, just like red brick. Red brick is piezoelectric, just like a lot of this stone be piezoelectric, meaning it holds a charge. Viking woman, yeah, definitely Google it. Oh, boogeyman, wow, that's wild. The red door are on be the north and south sides. North and south sides for sure. Look, they conveniently left some chairs here, so I'm gonna sit here for a minute and I'm gonna wait for these bells to kick off because they should be going off at any time. Yes, so what Big Heart of Peace and Love said, for entertainment and educational purposes only, when the Knights Templar left France, they went to Portugal. And so a lot of the red brick structures that we find look exactly the same because, Lindy, how are you? Because they're built by the Knights Templar. Zen Bone, yeah. Yeah, Wild Rose Country, that's funny. But yeah, we should be hearing these bells go off. Honestly, they go off all the time, so I don't know what's taking them so long. That's why they call this the Singing Tower. The largest bell inside of here weighs 12 tons. 12 tons, believe it or not. 12 tons. That's 24,000 pounds. And then you have this giant sundial here, which is blocked by the trees right now. Carmadan, what in the old world? Yeah, 12 tons. Turf's Kid, they were just ringing, really? St. Augustine, I can't wait to go to St. Augustine. I love exploring star forts. Connie, yeah, well, all the bells named it. Oh, there we go. Right on cue, I just said bells. Listen, I'm gonna be quiet. I mean, the Welcome Center says it has a Carillon of 60 bells inside, and the largest one is 12 tons. And if somebody looks online, I can ask this lady right here. No, you're good. You're good. So, do they ring the real bells in here, or are they electric? Oh, that sounds real. No?
They do have someone that can.
Really?
Yeah. Like, yeah, we already did like 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
And somebody comes in and plays them? So that what we're hearing is electric?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. It does ring every hour. Whatever time it is, that's how many bells it is.
Every hour.
Every hour.
But they're electric, and they only ring, only somebody comes and plays them, the real bells, every
3 times.
3 times a day?
Yes.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Twice.
Twice a day. Twice a day. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You have a beautiful day. Thank you. So there you go. I tell you what, those last big, that sounded real though, those last ones. But yeah, Seth, right? That's wild. Well, I don't know why they talk about the 60 Carillon bells all the time. This is located in Lake Wales, W-A-L-E-S, like Wales, England, Lake Wales. The proprietor, Edward Bok, he was from the Netherlands. So a lot of the bells, 1929, chosen 96, 1929 is when it was completed, they say. But a lot of the bells, and I've shown them all up and down the East Coast, they're actually manufactured in Waterville, which is West Troy, New York. Artax, how's it going? And West Troy, Watervliet, New York is actually home to the Watervliet Arsenal, and it's the longest running arsenal in New York State since the War of 1812. And the McNeely Foundry that casted a lot of these bells, they used to manufacture munitions. Well, now they manufacture munitions, but they used to make bells before that. And the bells from New York are found all over the country. I've literally found them in numerous states up and down the East Coast. That's a little bit of a bummer, though. I really thought they were real bells. I mean, that sounded kind of electronic when I was sitting that close to it, but the last ones that were big sounded. Lake Wales, Florida, big heart of peace and love. Thank you, bro. Regardless, it's 205-foot tower built upon Mount Iron, and yeah, they gave us a tease. Yeah, Chosen 96. It is beautiful. We've been live for 40 minutes. We've gained 29 new followers. Thank you very much. Welcome to the fam. We've had 1.5 thousand total viewers, and we've made a total of 89 cents from 13 gifters. So thank you so very much. Midtime Charlie, make it make sense. Viking woman, you live in Africa and they still ring bells in 2 Catholic churches near to your... Well, that's awesome. And thank you for your support from Africa. We've got people watching that have popped in from all over. Where's everybody else watching from? Where's everybody else watching from? We've had people from, obviously, Africa now, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Scotland. Please tap the screens, like, share, and subscribe. Alberta. Seth Timmons is in Texas. Wild Rose Country's in Alberta. Barrett Bears in California. Me Blue 7 is in Alabama. Lindy, there's a lot in Connecticut. There's a lot. How's everybody? George, you're in the Congo? Right on, right on. Daisy, don't you? Your mom lives in Lake Wales? You got to stop here. Viking woman, you're originally from Buffalo? Right on. Buffalo, New York. I'm from Vermont and upstate New York. Chosen 96 in California. User 11556 is in New Jersey. Celtic Christ is King, Ireland. How are you in Ireland? D Money Honey in East Tennessee. Clicky Sticks in Scotland. Chosen 96, hello, howdy from California. Don't Daisy in Wisconsin. So what do we think about this? Well, it's absolutely impressive. It's impressive, to say the least. It's impressive. I got ants biting up my feet. Ant piles. They're just biting my feet up, man. Biting my feet up. Karma Dan, open-minded people are all I can handle. Absolutely, Karma Dan. Who do I think built it, honestly? I don't know. I don't know who honestly built it. I don't know, but I think it's sitting atop something regardless. And I think that there is a vast tunnel system underneath here. I'll walk over here and I'll show you. This sits upon Mount Iron, okay? And if you think about this, this structure is gigantic and everything is sand here. It's all sand. Look, sand, right? Everything is built upon sand. So think of the foundational structure that has to be underneath this to support this, okay? The Big Bear in Western Massachusetts. We're going to be hanging out. You're going to be flying a drone. But think of, this is 205 feet tall. It's gigantic, right? So you think about it, and it's no coincidence that Mount Iron is like the 13th tallest point in Florida and the tallest point in like the Florida Peninsula, okay? And it's also no coincidence that adjoining this property over there is a golf course. It's a golf course, okay? And golf courses are used to conceal mounds. So Daisy, don't. You can tour it if you join a membership, and it costs $500. Seth, absolutely. And so we're on a giant mound here. 50,000 hearts. Thank you so very much. 89 people watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know we can hit 100K on this. I know we can hit 100K out here. But I will show you these gardens, and I can always come back to this. The red door? Well, what does red symbolize? You know, I'm gonna walk over and show you this thing too. It's kind of cool. Almost 100 people watching. Terry in Nigeria, what's going on, Terry? Thank you for the follow. If it's a mound, they're hiding the original people of this place. Exactly, Viking woman. Morningstar 562, greetings from Scotland. So we got people watching from all over the world right now. I love y'all so very much. Thank you for the support. We are doing this worldwide here, worldwide, and there's so many places across the realm that I want to go and visit. Absolutely. Passion and aggression and romance. Well, I talk about this all the time. Energy. My passion, my passing of ions, my passing of energy is teaching and showing people and being an adventurer. So this is pretty cool. There's a Japanese stone lantern, and it was a gift to a member of Edward Bok's staff in 1922. The lantern, representing 7 years of the savings, is placed within direct sight of the grave of Edward Bok as a tribute and symbolizes within its encircling doves humanity's universal hope for world peace. That's what this is all about, fam. World peace, world peace. Mr. Bok is buried right here in front of that big bronze casted door, which that bronze casted door depicts the book of Genesis. I wish I could go and walk over there, but I can't. That moat's all locked up. I asked the staff. They won't let me, but check this out. These gardens are beautiful, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys these gardens too, because it feels like I'm walking through Jurassic Park. Jenny Lee, I am in the state of Florida right now. I mean, how cool is that thing? Viking woman, when it talks about world peace, you see red flags. Why is that? Lily Love, how are you, Lily? You went to Lake Wales High School and got to go up your senior year. Are you serious? What's it like inside, Lily Love? It looks like there's a very interesting motif on the floor there. Did you go all the way to the top? Thank you for all the love and all the support. Please like, share, follow, do all the things. I am Lancelot, Lance from Upstate. You can find me on other platforms as well. Facebook, we have about 40,000 followers. Instagram, we're approaching 30,000 followers. This is my 4th TikTok account in less than a year, and we're approaching 30,000 followers on here. I've been a 1% top broadcasting live streamer in the truther community. But we're out here, and we're just exploring, adventuring. Carmadan, I see what you're saying. So you're talking about the inversion. Yeah, see, I don't like parables. I don't like riddles. I don't like that. I'm a read between the lines kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Blaze, what is up, my brother? Tom, 44,000. So 1929 is when this was completed, they say. 1929. Is it haunted? I don't know. I mean, the curator, he's buried right there. See that stone? That's where he's buried, right there. Edward Bok. How tall is it? It's 205 feet tall, so it'd be similar in height to a 40-story building. That giant door, bronze casted door, depicts the book of Genesis from the Bible. That's wild, Boogeyman. 200 plus accounts. I apologize. I keep walking in your way. It's a beautiful door. This whole place is gorgeous. I've walked around this several times here. I should start singing again.
Are you okay? What's wrong?
But Edward Bok, born October 9th, 1863, Den Helder, the Netherlands, died within sight of this tower January 9th, 1930. At his request, his family placed his grave in the lawn on the front of the great brass door. Coming to the United States as a poor immigrant boy of 6 years old, he achieved success as a writer and editor. Late in his life, he created this sanctuary as a place of repose for the human spirit. Built this tower with a great Carillon and its central accent and presented them to the American people for visitation as his thanks for the success they had given him. So he's literally buried right out in front here. Emily, you're 15 minutes away? Oh, it's absolutely wild. The footings, Clayton, have to be gigantic. There's no doubt in my mind that there's tunnels underneath this. This is on Mount Iron here. Absolutely, it does give obelisk vibes. So what's inside of it? There's a Carillon of 60 bells, with the largest being 12 tons. There's also a library in here, and there's water towers. There's all sorts of stuff. Again, it would be like the comparative to a 40-story building. That's right, Carmadan. Open mind. Can't put me in a box. We're not in boxes. We are not in boxes. But as I was saying a couple times already, when they were excavating this and they were fixing this, they found like ancient shell concrete in here. So there were ancient peoples that resided here. Giants are real, and they existed all over the world, or all over the realm. But even here in Florida, there were giant tribes that all existed. Giant tribes. Giants are real. Tom, that's a great question. You know, if you guys haven't checked out the video I just posted from Tampa Bay, go check that out, please. That structure is gigantic. It is the former Tampa Bay Hotel, which was acquired by the University of Tampa in 1933. But it is a giant red brick structure that was built between 1888 and 1891. Now, that structure itself is a 1/4 mile long and encompasses a total floor space of 6 acres. So the building is literally 6 acres around, okay? It has a total of 511 rooms when it was completed, but it's all Moorish, and it has crescent moons all around the top with huge domes, accents, all sorts of wild stuff. Looks like they're gonna have an event going on over here, so I'm not going to go over there. But what's crazy is that I was thinking about that. How much would it cost and how long would it take to recreate that giant structure, the Tampa Bay Hotel, if they did it today? I know that people have used ChatGPT and stuff. I don't personally use any kind of artificial intelligence like that or anything, but if somebody put it into their ChatGPT, I'd be interested to see how long it would take to build today. There's something I haven't noticed. I don't know what that says underneath that. Look, there's something written in there. What does that say? It's all a bunch of M's. Look, M's, 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 M's. Blaze, you're awesome. Yeah, Dan, make it make sense. Old Big T. Big T. If you guys are interested in me and Make It Make Sense, Big T, you know him, Tom Farrell. I was on his podcast. You can go check that out on his YouTube. I was the second guest on his podcast after JT Follows JC. We're supposed to be linking up, Big T and I, to film in Jacksonville. It's incredibly beautiful, and I mean, look at the detail and all of this. And this was also founded as a bird sanctuary. Kaylee, you can just listen to it. It's just us talking for like an hour and 15 minutes, probably. It was several months ago. Big T and I have been chatting a little bit. When he came onto the scene, I reached out to him on Instagram because my TikTok accounts kept getting taken down. And, I reached out to him then, and he only had probably like 20,000 followers. Now he's got hundreds of thousands. It's wild. Who built this again? It's Edward Bok, but there's 4 architects. And I'm going to go inside the Welcome Center, and I'm going to show you guys the Welcome Center here shortly, okay? There's not birds that live inside of it, but those birds up there, you see those? Those are 14-foot tall birds. But I do want to walk through all the gardens, and I want to show you that. This place closes in an hour and 45 minutes. I've got 51% left on my battery here. I do want to walk through some of these gardens and show you. Melly, how are you? I mean, this place is beautiful. I've been wanting to go live here for a while. 123 people watching live. Please like, share, and follow. Do all the things. I'm not sure what my new email is on if you go on my website, www.lancefromupstate.com. But I think that you can send me videos and stuff on other platforms. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, I have about 40,000 followers there. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm approaching 30,000 followers there. And I think you can send messages and videos on those platforms. Man, I wish I could go over there and see that door. Again, I don't want to disturb the people over there. It looks like they have an event going on. What do you guys think? You guys want to go into the Welcome Center and go check that out? Iggy, very medieval looking, like the Lord of the Rings. Hugo, much love. It looks like something out of Lord of the Rings to me. Divine Within, yes? You guys want to go into the Welcome Center? All right. Edinburgh, I want to go to Scotland so bad. And Ireland. Still Cinema, you want to go? All right, Iggy. All right, everybody. There is a really cool view of the tower from standing back over there, too. But I will turn my camera around. My hair looks crazy. Actually, so yesterday when we were live, I know that some of y'all were on the live that I was in yesterday. I walked approximately 18,500 steps yesterday. So for a man my size, about 6'1", that's roughly 9 miles. So I walked 9 miles during my live broadcast yesterday, going around Lakeland, Florida, and Winter Haven, Florida. So I'm putting in the work. So please like, share, follow, do all the things for me. I'm going to be multi-streaming across different platforms. Unstable connection. Come on now. But these beautiful gardens, I'm going to flip around and show you. But thank you so very much for all the support. I love y'all. I love y'all very, very much. We're putting in the miles. We put in the work around here. I mean, tell me how beautiful. That thing is beautiful. It's gorgeous. USF, Jock Out, what's going on? Blaze, much love, bro. I love y'all so very much. Almost 70,000 likes already. So we've been live for 55 minutes, about 2,000 total viewers, 41 new followers. Thank you so very much for joining the fam. We've had 19 gifters for $1.18. So thank you all so very much. Hugo, this is Lake Wales, Florida. Lake Wales, Florida. The Singing Tower in Lake Wales. Bok Tower, B-O-K. Bravo, Oscar, Kilo. All right, there's another snake. The red doors look like they're just on the north and south side, the red doors. North and south side. But you can see kind of like those birds at the top, they're 14 feet tall. Iggy, yeah, it has a Carillon of, there's 60 bells inside, and the largest bell is 12 tons, believe it or not. I mean, look at that thing. Straight out of the Lord of the Rings. But these gardens are beautiful. Oh, is that him right there? Let me walk over here. I'm not sure where the stone was sourced from. That's an excellent question. I feel like I knew that fact at some point, but I go around and see so many structures that it's hard for me to recall everything at times. Oh, this is President Calvin Coolidge, which there a bunch of people gave me flack for saying Coolidge, whatever. But he dedicated this place in 1929. So February 1929, President Calvin Coolidge traveled to Lake Wales to deliver the official dedication address for the Mountain Lake Sanctuary, now known as Bok Tower Gardens. His visit marked a moment of national significance, elevating the gardens as a place where natural beauty, artistic expression, and civic purpose converge. Coolidge's presence underscored the importance of preserving spaces that inspire reflection and unity. His remarks on that day celebrated not only the vision of Edward Bok, but also the enduring American ideals of peace, education, and public service embodied at the sanctuary. Look at his eyes. Look at those eyes. So usually the bells, they go off as before I was even getting started, and then as we got started, those bells kept going off over and over and over again. They only go off, the real bells, I guess 2 or 3 times a day. I talked to staff. I tried to get staff to let me go over and just waiting here on the trail real quick. There's some people walking. I don't want to get them on camera. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good. Beautiful day.
Trying to get them to shut up.
I know, no worries at all.
Do that.
Blaze, one love, my brother. I appreciate you so very much. I love you, Blaze. So cool. This pavement is hot on the feet, fam. Hot on the feet. All right, so we're going to go to the Welcome Center. You guys wanted me to go to the Welcome Center, so we're going to walk through these gardens. And there's some weird stuff through these gardens, too. Honestly, maybe we're going to walk this side. Demons, parasites. This is what it looks like right here. Become a member. So it costs $20 per person to visit this place. I mean, look how cool it is through here, though. This place is beautiful. And I know there's going to be some people late to the party that show up in this live, and they're going to want me to walk back to the tower. So I'll walk back to the tower. Clicky Sticks. If somebody can put it in the comments for me, it's called Bok Tower. B-O-K Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. Singing Tower, Lake Wales, Florida. Amy Sue, or Big Hearted Peace and Love, can you pin that in the comment section for me again? I'd greatly appreciate that. And thank you to my amazing moderators. You guys help make this possible, and I appreciate your support always. Look at that thing. How cool is that? Bok Tower, Barrett Bear, thank you so very much. Viking Woman, so I have some of those leather grounding shoes. I need to get some leather sandals. I have my moccasins. I walk around in my moccasins all the time, but I'm usually barefoot. Mayblue, thank you very much. My email, you can find my email on my website at lancefromupstate.com. My new website has a little bit of an about me on there, has a contact page. We're still getting it up and going, but I wanted to get it launched. So you can see we're on the high point here. Yeah, it's a bird sanctuary, absolutely. It's a bird sanctuary, and it's a garden, these big gardens. I don't know if Chris 10 is still on here, but she was talking about how there's another sundial. There's another sundial through these gardens. So 100 people watching. Thank you again. I appreciate y'all. I mean, this place is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. We're going to make our way down to the Welcome Center. It's quite a walk to get up to the tower, up this hill. And you can see over here, there is where the golf course is. It looks like a jungle still, Cinema. Literally, it looks like a jungle. I feel the same exact way. It feels like Jurassic Park. I feel like a velociraptor is going to pop out somewhere. Or a dragon. Dragons are real. Dragons are real. The kiss of the sun for pardon. The song of the birds for mirth. You are nearer God's heart in a garden than anywhere else on earth. That's cool. The kiss of the sun for pardon. The song of the birds for mirth. You are nearer God's heart in a garden than anywhere else on earth. So this must be the other sundial. Look at that. See that thing sticking out of my foot? Look at it. This is cool. Whew. I'm going in this water. Look at that. There's water running out of this fountain. Tribute to Edward William Bok. This sanctuary of approximately 50 acres with its plantation of native vegetation of Florida was the conception of Edward William Bok. It was designed and executed during 1924 to 1928. So 1928 is when it was dedicated by President Calvin Coolidge. By Frederick Law Olmsted. Its purpose, to provide a retreat of repose and natural beauty for the human, a refuge of the bird, and a place for the student of southern plant and bird life. The summit upon which this resting place stands is about 324 feet above sea level. That's Mount Iron. It is the highest point of land yet measured in the peninsula of Florida by the government of the United States. It is also the highest land within 60 miles of the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico between Washington and the Rio Grande. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? I don't know where this water comes from. That's an excellent question. So, I mean, it's cold coming from there. This is really cool. Thank you all so very much. So I have about 100 people watching live right now. That is really cool. That is really cool. Jay, be careful with sand spurs. Sounds good, Blaze. Sounds good, bro. I'm still out on the road. I gotta stop and do this verification thing for TikTok. They do this little puzzle piece thing. Perfect. I don't know where it comes from. I'll look on the backside. It's got to come from a spring of some sort, I'd imagine. But look at this. I mean, this kind of puts it into perspective. I mean, those people down there, I mean, they're still probably 20 yards from the front of it. Yeah, this is a crazy view of it. I love this view. I love this view of it. We can hang out here for just a second. The Singing Tower of Florida, Bok Tower. As above, so below. Yes, reminiscent of the reflecting pool in D.C., what Jess is referring to is the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C., which is a giant obelisk. It's 555 feet tall in the District of Columbia. Oh, look at that thing. how wild. I mean, those people look little tiny. Little tiny. And they're standing a ways off of it. Yeah, I wish it would start singing. 205 feet tall. The reflection is really cool. Reflection is really cool. The Singing Tower of Florida. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? It's a great shot right there, right? I wish it'd start singing again. Egyptian vibes. Egyptian vibes. So behind me, you will see the Bok Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. 205 feet tall, built upon Lake Iron here. Tallest point in the Florida Peninsula, on the 13th tallest point. Look, check that out. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate y'all so very much. I am Lancelot, Lance from upstate. I got ants biting my feet again. I think they're no-see-ums. We can do 2.1 thousand total viewers so far. We've been live for an hour and 6 minutes. 48 new followers, 23 gifters for a total of $1.70. I love y'all so very much. The Singing Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. Lake Wales, Florida. I will spin this back around, and we're going to go through for a walk through the garden here. My feet look a little rough. That's the price you pay when you're barefoot all the time, right? No other way I'd rather be. All right, so we're going to walk away from the tower here. You guys all satisfied with that? Absolutely, Melly. Garden of Eden vibes. Really? Island Ed. Bro, I want to come to Hawaii and hang out with you so badly, bro. Seriously. That's awesome. Getting that sun. I'm enjoying the sun here in Florida. It's beautiful. It's a lot warmer here than it is in upstate New York. Bro, I need to get out there. Imagine riding a horse and seeing that tower. I'm telling you, I want a horse so bad. I really do. I want to just be on a horse and barefoot. Saved by Yah. Well, you got to find some place where there isn't as much dog excrement. I'm going to walk this way because this is kind of a cool walk through here. And there's some cool stuff over here. Yeah, it's still cold in upstate New York. I mean, yesterday it sounded like it was 60 degrees and the sun was shining and we had some blue skies from what I heard, so that's nice. These live oak trees with a Spanish moss hanging off of them, tell me those aren't cool. You want a donkey? Yeah, a donkey be cool. A noble steed. I'm so glad y'all joined me. I will be posting this whole live stream on my YouTube account. If you want to go follow me there, you can find me on all social media platforms as Lance from Upstate. Lance from Upstate. You know, I love upstate New York. I really do. And as much as I complain about the cold, I absolutely love the winter time. It just gets old and the skies get gray. And having some sunshine and some beautiful trees to hug is, you know, this is what we got to do out here, hugging these beautiful trees. Denise, your last name is Steed. Yeah, isn't it beautiful through here, though? I know, I just lost a ton of viewers. Well, it's pretty interesting, isn't it? Just because usually before, I wonder what this place is, we'd have, you know, a couple hundred people watching at the same time. Yeah, you're a tree hugger? Saved by Yah? That's right, I'm a hippie. What is this? Welcome to El Retiro. I've never been over here before. Anybody ever been over here? Oh, look at that. I want to walk on that. Look how red that is. You're dedicated to stay until we hit 100K? Well, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. You know, a little bit of that red clay on our feet here. I don't know what this is. We're going to go check this out real quick before we go down the Welcome Center. To plug my phone in real quick. Red clay, red clay. El Retiro. Yeah, isn't it wild to think about, Jess? Like our live streams before, we would have 40,000. You know, this live stream, we've had 2.2 thousand total viewers, live viewers, which is awesome, right? We've been live for an hour and 10 minutes, 52 new followers. But we used to hit 10,000 very easily. Our best were like 40,000 consistently. It's pretty crazy. Red clay? Oh, it's just what it's just what everything's built on. When I was in the Army, red clay, all of our uniforms were stained with red clay during like infantry school, crawling through the red clay. Whoa, look at all that bamboo, bro. Look at that. I'm gonna go check that out. Red volcano dirt there, Ed. I think this was like the homestead. Check that out, dude. All the bots have left. 100K, thank you so very much. Fort Benning, Georgia. Fort Benning, Georgia. I joined the Army when I was 17 years old. Wow. Look at all the people who have carved their initials into this. You see, look at this. This is a huge section of bamboo. White powder bamboo, it's called, they said. Wow. That's cool, man. Denise, you're 25 minutes from Fort Benning? I want to get back and explore Fort Benning again. Yeah, we should be using bamboo more and hemp. Bamboo and hemp more. But you know who controls the plastic. Bamboo, hemp, just like this shirt. This is linen, right? This is linen. Linen, the jubiles, feels. Frequency, wearing winter time, healing vibration. I'm all about wearing natural fibers. I'm all about living as natural as we can. Eating real food. Fasting is incredibly important. We were talking about this last night on our lives. Whoa. All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. We only have an hour and a half left until this place closes. And I think I'm going to go check out that Spook Hill place. That's the name of it. They sell linen on the TikTok shop? Really? I want to get some linen pants. Some linen pants. Be walking around like a Levite. You're fasting today? Iron Ed, where does your cousin live in Florida? I think I'm going to head back to Tampa. I don't know if Sis is still on here. He's a very Irish man, too. Nothing wrong with being Irish. That is for sure. Isn't that cool? That red clay. Wow. Look how red that is. I want to put my feet back in this little puddle over here to kind of quell the ant bites on my feet. Sarasota? Sarasota! I'm excited to go to Bok Tower. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram for that. Oh, Amy, can you sew me some linen clothes? That would be sweet. Love and Light. Really? I'd love to go to Ireland. Denene, you're in North Florida? I want to go explore Jacksonville. I think that's where I'm going to meet up with Big T, is in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, Pearl Harbor is a place that I want to go. Do some grid work there for sure, Ed. Absolutely, bro. Huh. Like a sabe, bro. Look how red that is. Like a sabe. Live Oak, Florida. Live oak trees. Look at that. Look how orange that is. Isn't that wild? Trish, there's caves in northern Florida. Spelunking, that's what they call it, spelunking. Exploring caves. Appreciate all the follows, all the love, all the support. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. We were walking around with about 100 people watching live. Alright. Now I walked. Which way is this way? Oh well. Gotta save the children, fam. Save the children. Love and light. I'm gonna walk this way. I'm gonna be going to St. Augustine. Since I have a few of you Floridians here, is there any place where I can fill up my spring water with water that I can drink? I brought a bunch of gallons of spring water with me when I came from New York, from a mountain spring that I fill up and drink from, an ancestral spring. But do you know of any artisanal springs, any springs I can get it right out of the ground so I can refill up on my water? Anybody know? Mailman, you were just in Jacksonville, Florida a week ago? Island Ed, absolutely, bro. We got to save the babies, save the children. That's what this is all about. Us being strong and uniting and picking up garbage. You know how I feel about garbage, fam. But does anybody know... oh, look at a little lizard. Where'd it go? Ooh, he's fast. Fast little lizard. Does anybody know where I can fill up my water? That would be amazing. In Florida? I know there's the website Find a Spring, but I don't know. It didn't seem like I was finding too much. Springsinflorida.com. Love and light. Thank you. I'm going to screenshot that. I appreciate that. A lot of springs up there up north. So I'm obviously in Lake Wales, so like Central Florida, and where I've been staying is kind of around here. Ugh. Straw. Gross. But this is why I end up filling up... Whoa! Huh. That Spanish moss just fell. I end up filling up my moccasins with garbage. Adirondack life. What is up, bro? Well, this is one of the highest points in Florida, Adirondack life, and it's only about 350 feet above sea level. So it ain't like back home. It's not like back home. Thank you very much. Springsinflorida.com. I'm going to check that out. All right, what do we got over here? Jenny Springs. All right, I'm going to screenshot that. Blue Springs, Poe Springs. So there's like springs I can actually drink water from there. Big, huge live oak tree. Doesn't it look like something that a velociraptor would be popping out of? Doesn't it? Beautiful young couple over there to the left. Love is in the air. Is that where I wanted to go? Maybe it's over here. There's like a little boardwalk thing that I went across for. Trish, there's a spring in Tampa that's a hidden spot. That's what I'm talking about. Whereabouts is that? I will keep it a secret. Adirondack life. What's the... The one in Tampa, though, that spring, the hidden spring in Tampa you were just talking about, that's the kind of place I like to go. You don't know where it is, Trish? I just want to drink some fresh water out of the earth. That's how I enjoy drinking it. Butterfly Girl, how are you, Butterfly Girl? 51 people watching live right now. I'm gonna have to plug my phone in a second. Surprised there's not any lizards through here. We've been exploring the Bok Tower. We were up there walking around for about an hour. For all y'all that missed it, I will post some clips on here, but the full live stream will be on my YouTube channel, Lance from Upstate. Trish, I'm gonna have to check that out. The spring in Tampa. I'll have to find that. Oh, sound like something was over here. Oh yeah, Adirondack life for sure. Yesterday I was walking around, bro, and I did 9 miles walking around and streaming, but it was 90 degrees. It was 90 degrees yesterday, bro. I'm sweating. There's people walking around in sweatshirts and sweatpants, and they're not sweating whatsoever. Yes, Trish, I want to find that spring. I want to drink that water. Thank you, Amy Stu. I appreciate you. It's been an awesome live. We've had people watching from all over the world. The Congo, Ireland, Scotland, the United Kingdom. All over the world today. 47 people watching live still. Do 4:43 p.m. V3 the Vet, I appreciate you. Much love and thank you. Much love and thank you very much. Lots of Florida, lots of people from Florida. I am enjoying my time in Florida here. Oh, there's a little baby oaks, little baby oak trees. Last time I walked through here, I remember there being some weird stuff. Walked through here before. And what's wild is that there's all sorts of like orange groves all the way around this whole tower. I don't know if I'm supposed to... Did I miss my turn at Albuquerque? Oh, check that out. There's the tower. I think I'm supposed to be over there on the trail. I'm pretty sure. But there's the tower. And it just hulks out over everything. Denene, 3 little springs in Florida, Crystal Springs, Little River Springs. And so that's water I can drink directly from the spring. I know there's a lot of springs I can swim in and stuff. I think I'm going to go paddleboarding in the springs. I'm going to go paddleboarding in them springs. I think I'm supposed to be on the trail over there. Another path over there somewhere, I think. Absolutely. The Awake Mama. I always thank the mountain for the water. I thank the water. I talk to my water. Water holds memory. I speak into it. That's why I love getting real spring water. That is live water, living water. Benefits your body. I completely concur. We're going to pick up this garbage here. We're going to slap that right in the moccasin. Picking up garbage. Henry, you got to pay money to go in them springs? The Awaken Mama, yeah. Living water. Amy Sue, thank you very much. Is that the Find a Spring website? Is that the one you're talking about? Because I was looking at that one. Purity Spring? All right, I will check it out, Trish. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. So that's the Welcome Center down there. We've got about an hour left before this place closes. Trey Blue, I completely agree. I completely agree. They make you pay for God's creation. I don't agree with that whatsoever. That's not how things were meant to be. It's not how to be. There's the tower, 205 feet tall. The Singing Bok Tower. Isn't that thing cool? I appreciate y'all so very much. Yeah, I don't blame you, Henry. Yeah, exactly. The Awake Mama. Water companies take free water poison and then make us pay for it. So people talk about like the tribes, like my ancestral tribes. And one of the tribes that my lineage is part of is the Abenaki. And there's actually an Abenaki water curse because of that. The Abenaki were a peaceful tribe up around Vermont. And they're kind of nomadic between Vermont and Maine, but in the Northeast. And they were keepers of the water. And when they came in and stole the water, the Abenaki put a curse on them. And so there's still a curse about that. Lynn Coleman, yes. They ring these bells all the time. There's a girl ironic, and they only ring the real bells twice a day. Yeah, Painting the Waterfalls is right on. I would go to Shawnee State Forest in south central Ohio, Scioto County, every year to go bow hunting. My lineage is Iroquois, Abenaki, Wawanok, Mohican. We're all very mixed. Melanin is honestly like the least important thing on here. And people get all hemmed up with melanin. Next, grandma, you know, does that offensive? But all mixed. Plus, the term Indian, something that with their nonsense, because there's all sorts of different people here. Oh, beautiful butterfly. Dark people here. It's here. All sorts of stuff. Yeah, Melungeon. Exactly. Melungeon. We've talked about this as well. Yep, exactly. 100%. And there's a lot of Melungeon people hidden in the Appalachia. And like where I'm from in the mountains of Vermont. And that's where it all comes from, like for my family. Melungeon. You guys are awesome. I love y'all. Still got about 50 people watching. I don't know how far we walked today. It wasn't nearly as far as we've been walking. Vikings, Druids. St. Patrick casted all the snakes and serpents into the sea. Never been a snake in Ireland. The Druids. All right. Is there a garbage can anywhere? There's a garbage can over there. Gotta clean out this garbage out of my moccasin. And we will go inside the welcome center here. Stand by, fam. Stand by. Alright, I gotta be civilized again. Look at the red clay on my feet. Alright. Hopefully we got enough service in here. I feel like there's something else in my... Oh, dang. I don't know if they're gonna... Can I go around and come in through this side, or is it shut? That would suck. So I want to be in there. Piece of garbage in here. I gotta get out. No, penny. Yeah, well, they lied about the Irish. They lied about the Irish. It's like they lie about all of our cultures. It's the same. I can't get on too much of a tangent or rant about it. I want to be able to. Yes, it was heads up. I keep some pennies in my moccasins. Don't ask me why. But like copper, so it's gonna be an older penny, but copper is what the heck is the name I'm looking for? Like copper like all doorknobs used to be made out of copper and brass because it was it didn't hold germs. What's the word I'm thinking of? I'm having a total brain fart. Yeah, the mallard duck. Hopefully I can get in here. If they got this thing shut, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Antimicrobial. Thank you very much, Whiskey Patriot. I don't know why that was taking. Thank you very much. Yes. Being antimicrobial. That's why door is made of. Five. We got 7 minutes. 7 minutes. All right. So this is the Welcome Center. It's very cool in here. The tower. So I'll have to make this pretty quick. So we only got a few minutes. All right, so this is the people. These are the architects. Milton B. Medary, Lee Lowry, Samuel Yellen. I think that's the dude who made the door. Jules Allen, Horace H. Burrell. Okay. Look, square and compass. Old photo. We have 6 minutes in here. 6 minutes. We're going to try to stretch that out. But I thought that this was interesting. I took a picture of this, and I'm going to add it to a video. But America's Taj Mahal. So they say, Dinah Doll. Exactly. Isn't that pretty cool? But I thought that this was really, really cool. This whole model of it. Look. Isn't that interesting? I know we have limited time. Everybody was asking me about the door. So this is a depiction of the actual door. And this is a bronze casted door that we go over. The way the tower from the Game of Thrones, yeah, absolutely. Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. So this is all bronze casted. Pretty interesting, right? What's in front of the tower? In front of the tower is where Edward Bok is actually buried. So right here, this talks about the Carillon of bells. That's the singing tower. Look at all these bells. So the Carillon of bells, there's 60 bells, I told you, it weighs 22,400 pounds. The smallest, so nearly 12 tons, that's the largest bell, and the smallest bell is just 16 pounds. Isn't that wild?
Closing 5 minutes.
Yes, thank you. Closing in 5 minutes. So the total weight of all the bells is 123,500 pounds. 62 tons of bells, 62 tons, and the largest one is 12 tons. Oh, they ain't got no dinger in here. I'm gonna make that thing ding. to do that. Not supposed to do that. Oh, here's the membership thing. We're gonna take that little packet. I think this was left here for us. Isn't that thing crazy? So we got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I apologize. I would have come in here earlier. I know there are some construction photos over here. So that's what the foundation they're saying is it's concrete pylons, 21 feet down. I need a bigger bell ringer. Yeah, I use my pocket knife. Usually I have a rock in my pocket, honestly. I think there's some. You know me, I'm out here ringing bells, ring the bell, it's time to rebel. Kind of crazy, right? Look at the size. That's the largest bell inside the tower. Look at that. That's the mold for the largest bell. 12 tons, so 24,000 pounds. There's a total of 123,000 pounds of bells inside of there. 123,000 pounds of bells. Oh, we got 2 minutes till they close. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Steph, we are at the Bok Tower in Florida. And once I leave the Welcome Center, I will walk all the way back up to the Singing Tower so everybody can see it. But this is where we're at, the Singing Tower. So this is pretty cool, right? And so this is what I was telling you. And I'm gonna hop up here so y'all can see. Right, this thing is literally, so that bird is 14 feet tall. And those are the birds that are all the way around the top of the tower, 14 foot tall. The Awake Mama, Scott Wolter, he actually follows me on Instagram. I used to watch his show when I was growing up. But yeah, that dude follows me on Instagram. The Bok Tower. Yeah, the Awake Mom. There's actually quite a few quote-unquote celebrities that follow me. A lot of people. He's disclosing now? All right. Well, I like to hear that. I'm not going to lie, I was a little weary of this whole Templar thing. Weary of all those people. Especially ones that have been involved in Hollyweird. Oh. I gotta fix my hair. You have to deal with me for 2 seconds here. So thank you all so very much for joining me through the Welcome Center here at the Singing Tower, Bok Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. 51 people still watching live. I'm gonna walk back up to the tower here, but please like, share, follow. Yes, we need to save the children. This is all about saving the children, the next generation, protecting, uniting, high vibrations, raising our consciousness. I appreciate you all so very much, so very much. So I am going to set my phone down for just a second so I can pull up my portable phone charger real quick. And I will walk back up to the tower. We've had an awesome live. This has been fun, right? This has been great. We've had 2.4 thousand total viewers. We've been live for an hour and 30 minutes. We've been live for an hour and 39 minutes. 56 new followers, so welcome to the fam, y'all. 26 gifters for a total of $1.76. I'm looking food. Well, thank you. You're looking food too. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Yes, those are beautiful, beautiful sunflowers. Makes me think of that poem that I wrote, how I'm searching for my flower. I reference sunflowers in that. All right, we are charging. We are charging. Okay, so we're gonna walk back up the hill. 91 degrees out here for this northern man. I will turn this back around. You got sunflowers sprouting? All right, we're gonna, whoa. Bam. Beautiful sunflowers. Beautiful sunflowers. So, we have to walk back up Mount Iron. We're gonna climb up 354 feet. Steph, I know I will. One day I will find my lucky lady. Vicky, that's all right, because we're going to walk back up here. We still have an hour before this place closes. 58 minutes to be exact. The sunflowers facing the sun? Yeah, they're facing the sun. So that would be the east. Sun is setting to the west. Yeah, exactly. Biggest mountain in Florida. Yeah. It's not even a hill, in my opinion. You can eat the entire top of a sunflower? I'll be honest, I did not know that. Did you know you can essentially eat most of a milkweed plant, including the pods when they're young? It's kind of like okra, just less slimy. I love eating wild edibles, foraging, like dandelions. Most people, think dandelions are a weed, right? But dandelions are a superfood, and the root can be roasted and made into like a coffee. But I love eating dandelion. I love eating plantain. There's a couple different varieties. You have broadleaf plantain and lance plantain. Love eating those. They're delicious. My aunt messaged me. Oh, what is that? Is that a bunny? Is there a bunny right here? Look, there's a bunny right here. Swamp rabbit. My aunt messaged me earlier and sent me pictures. She found a big, huge honey hole of wild ramps, just like a wild onion. And then every year I pick fiddleheads. It's called an ostrich fern, which actually, there's some huge ferns over here that kind of remind me of an ostrich fern. You had 5 dandelions today, Jacqueline? Blade USA, you love dandelions? Yes, yes, yes. Exactly awake, mama. Exactly awake, mama. I am going to walk over here because when I came here last time, these ferns, something in the, and over here. I don't know what's over here. Welcome to Jurassic Park. But this place is absolutely beautiful. Yes, just fiddlehead ferns, so the ostrich fern, but they come up in the springtime, and they're eaten by natives, of course, but we pick them every spring. There's kind of a short window for picking them, and these look like giant ostrich ferns to me, because other than them being fuzzy, but an ostrich fern, when you pick it, they're going to eat, is kind of coiled to the ground like this, and there are other kind of ferns, so you want to make sure that you identify your fern correctly. But these ferns are huge. Look at the size of these ferns. Huge ferns. Huge ferns. Still Cinema found your way back to Jurassic Park. That's right. That is right. That's awesome, Amy Sue. Foraging is the way to go. And there's so much that you can eat in your yard. Just like y'all were saying, they say it's weeds. It's not weeds. Superfoods. It's so wild that I've seen them sell fiddleheads in the store. I've seen them sell there's a bunch of places that sell dandelion greens in the store, and it's like you could literally just go someplace and find them. Hosta shoots just like asparagus. I heard that. I never ate that before, but I've heard that. Absolutely. Burdock. You can eat burdock. Burdock root. All right. Putting on the miles again today, fam. Back at the tower. Prana's, yeah, absolutely. Prana. Breatharians. Dandelion tea is absolutely wonderful. Yes, Jacqueline, just like I said yesterday, don't mow your lawns. Don't mow your lawns. The bees need it, and dandelions are the first food source for most bees, especially in the Northeast. So it's very important. But if you want to protect pollinators and stuff like that, don't mow your lawn. Just let it grow. You have burdock in a ball jar? Yeah, ball mason jar. All right.
Well, if there's someone there, they could put it by our bag.
How you doing?
Good.
I think they're getting ready to do some sort of like wedding or something here. Plant clover too, yeah, and clover, you can eat clover as well. Clover is something I eat. I used to walk around my yard and make a whole salad. I'll be honest, I miss my house. I miss my house. But I'll have another one day. Right now we're enjoying the quote-unquote homeless life, living in my truck. But I have found some great places to stay, and some people have let me stay with them, which has been awesome. Yes, clover is great. Delicioso. Watch this squirrel. You can get pretty close to these squirrels. Yeah. Divine deny. Yeah, I get everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Thank you very much. I appreciate the invites to stay with y'all. I'm going to be taking some of you up on that offer. I certainly will. There's a bunch of people taking photographs and stuff. I don't want to disturb them. This place is beautiful. So though, for the ones that weren't here earlier on our live, this is the Singing Bok Tower in Lake Wales, Florida. 205-foot tall singing tower was completed in 1929. Absolutely, Amy Sue. We're going to have that community. All of us together. Check this place out, fam. Check this place out, fam. There's a bunch of people over this way, so I'm gonna stay to the right. Stay to the right. Stay to the right. You know a nice tree? Huge tower. Bok Tower. All right, so they had like some little wedding ceremony going on over on the other side. There's too many people watching, so I can't 007 across this thing. Your bingo hall is named Purple Clover? Purple royalty. Purple. I'll back up here so you all can see this. Those dogs are going nuts over there. This is a beautiful place for a wedding. I would totally, if there weren't people watching, and like 1,000 people all around, I would skedaddle over the top of that. Bockham Turner Overdrive, their old school band, wonder if, I can't recall. Steph, no, I'm not close to the beach here. I'm pretty inland. Central Florida is where this is. 124,000 likes. Skedaddle. There's a lot of beautiful people in Florida. A lot of beautiful people. A lot of happy people. But see, those two sitting in those chairs, they're staff members. So they ain't gonna let me go and skedaddle across that thing. Oh. And everybody comes by in those golf carts. But check this out. Now some of y'all have seen this already. But this huge sundial. how deep it is, Steph. I mean, there's a bunch of koi fish in here. And the bells ain't gone off in a while. It's 5:11 p.m. Eastern Time. I would totally send me across that. I could probably long jump across. No, I couldn't long jump across that thing. The Singing Tower of Florida. But you can see, right? I'm trying to hold on to my slippers. Look. All the way around. The Ram. Pisces. This Optimist. So you see there's gates over there, those doors, those steel doors, they're locked. And I already talked to staff to try to go around the front because there's a big bronze casted door on the other side of this that depicts the Book of Genesis. Pretty cool. I'll back up. I'll show you. This is the high point. It's 254 feet above sea level, I do believe. 254 feet above sea level. I mean, you can see there's a person right there, and they're a good, I don't know, 15 yards probably from the base of the tower. So it's 205 feet tall, equivalent to a 40-story building. 40-story building. See, there's Adam and Eve right there. Adam and Eve. And the snake, the blue snake. And then y'all saw when I was in the Welcome Center, you see those birds at the top there? Those birds are 14 foot tall. So I was like half the size, less than half the size of that. I think a lot of those are tile and glass, honestly, Steph. Woodland Princess, I'd love to go inside. I tried to go inside already. So you have to have a membership to go inside to get a tour. It costs $500. What, there's no audio? There's no audio? Can you hear me, Mike? Mike, can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Can you all hear me? All right, you can hear me? Good. $500, yeah. Hey, hey, all right, perfect. Yes, y'all can hear me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got 56 people watching again. We had about, I don't know, 130 watching earlier when I was up here. Yeah, isn't it wild? I tried getting them to let me go in. I even tried trying to get them to let me to go in to just see the gate. Tammy, so it was built by a group of architects, but the curator was Edward Bok. Edward Bok, B-O-K. This Optimist, 100%. It's all occult symbolism here. It's all occult symbolism. Closes in 45 minutes. 130,000 likes on this live. Thank you so very much. We've had 2.5 thousand total viewers. We've had 56 new followers. Welcome to the fam. 29 gifters for a total of $1.81. Cost me $20 to get in here. Cost $20. I appreciate you, Awake Mama. Much love to you. Woodland Princess, it's not. So I don't want to talk about that right now, but the millennial reign, I don't agree with that. And not that it's not that I'm not a follower of Christ, but I don't think these structures were built during the millennial reign. We've been lied to about a lot of things. I know that there's certain content creators that are pushing the millennial reign, but I don't believe in that. And it's no disrespect, but that's just part of more of the, I don't know, the controlled programming and nonsense. It's Tartarian is not a term I use either, honestly. And I know they talk about the Tartars and all that sort of thing. And I'm not saying the Tartars didn't exist, but there were multiple ancient advanced civilizations that existed here, and a lot of it all goes back to giant tribes. And no, absolutely, Woodland Princess. I think that there's all tunnels underneath this. Absolutely, it's on a huge tunnel system. I totally believe that. Totally believe that. And just like this is built on top of Mount Iron, which is 254 feet tall. It's the 13th tallest point in the state of Florida and the tallest point in the Florida Peninsula. I mean, that's not by happenstance. It all means something. The thing is that a lot of these structures, and I'm not necessarily saying this one, what I say about structures like this is that no matter when it was built, the symbolism all means something, right? And it's a big club. It's a big club, okay? 1929, this tower was dedicated by President Calvin Coolidge, but 1923 to 1929 is when it was planned and organized and built. It's also a bird sanctuary. BU, I can make a topic, or I can make a video on this topic. Again, this is my 4th account in a very short period of time talking about these things. Picking up garbage too. Listen, if we all pick up a little bit of garbage, it goes a long way. Just remember that. So picking up garbage everywhere we go. Yes, bird sanctuary for his wife. Inside also has his personal library. There's a bunch of water towers inside here. The Carillon of bells, there's 60 bells within here. The largest bell weighs 12 tons, so 24,000 pounds. And we just learned inside the Welcome Center that the total weight of all the bells inside of here is 123,000 pounds. 123,000 pounds. Giant sundial with astrology signs all the way around it here. I mean, this place is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. It cost me 20 bucks to get in here. If you want to go inside, it costs 500 bucks. And inside, there's a very interesting tile motif on the floor. Listen, I've posted some videos about this. You can go check them out on my page. And the motif on the floor is a 6-pointed star, okay? That's right, Jacqueline. Yeah, right? How do they transport that bell? But pretty cool. So I lied. Earlier somebody asked me about these red doors. So it does look like they're on 3 sides. I thought they were only on the north and the south side. So I totally missed that. So whoever asked about that, I apologize. P5, the history said it was completed in 1929. I don't know when it was built. I mean, there are some pictures and some photographs on the inside of the Welcome Center. We just showed those. I will post live updates from this. And anybody that missed this entire live, I will download it and post it to my YouTube page. You can find me on all social media at Lance from Upstate. But this full live, which will be probably about 2.5 hours total at least, if not 3 hours. We've had 2.6 thousand total live viewers so far on this live. 58 new followers, 30 gifters for a total of $1.94. We've been live for 1 hour and 58 minutes, but this whole live will be on my YouTube channel. Can you zoom in on the Roman numerals? Are you talking about down here, Steph? On the bottom? Unfortunately, this is as close as I can go. You can see the bottom right here, actually, so it's not that deep. It's like a bunch of M's and diamonds in there. Isn't that interesting? Do you have it, Steph? You want to screenshot it, my dear? P5, yeah, they'll do a tour inside if you pay $500 for a membership. It's 500 bucks. You're welcome, Steph. You're welcome. So this is right here. I'll show you. We'll go around the front of the structure here. But like, this is the gate. It's locked up. There's another snake. Another snake here. Look at those. Look like little dragon heads, don't they? Dragon heads. So Mr. Bok, the curator, he is buried right there. That's his stone. That slab, that's his stone right there. That's where he's buried. Edward Bok. We're gonna walk around the front here. Mountain Lake Estates. Jake, yeah. So Jake, there was actually somebody on here, a young lady earlier, and she said when she graduated high school, she got to go inside this place. And I've posted a few videos about it, and we've gotten, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of views. And there's been quite a few people that said that they've been to the top, and somebody's posted pictures on top of there showing it what it looks like. But this is that door, that giant bronze casted door that depicts the book of Genesis. Jake, oh, you live in the neighborhood? Oh, right on. So, Jake, have you ever been to that place that they call Spook Hill? That's where I want to go next. Apparently, it looks like vehicles roll uphill there. How are you?
Good, are you?
Good. That's right, surrounded by water. Water holds memory. So this is a giant bronze casted door. That's a giant bronze casted door there. And that depicts the book of Genesis, believe it or not. Pretty interesting, right? It totally has Garden of Eden vibes. Absolutely it does. I'm surprised them bells haven't rang. They haven't rang. 1929 they say, right? 1929 is when it was completed. That's what they say. That's what the his story says here in sunny Florida. The his story. The reptile story. Al Capone briefly had a property in Mount Lake Estates. Oh, I would totally believe that. So I did some research just briefly about Lake Wales last time I was here. And I know that this whole community was founded by like industrial giants, they said. I mean, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Almost 140,000 likes. They were ringing as I was leaving the tour center at 5, so they'll ring again at 6 o'clock. So we're probably going to miss them. Thank you, Kristen. And then we found out today, we learned today, that it's not the real bells. They only ring the real bells twice a day. One, 2, 3, 5, 8, 1, 3, 2, 1. Where am I, bro? I am in Lake Wales, Florida. This is Bok Tower, the singing tower in Lake Wales. Singing towers. Usually these bells go off here. Inside are 60 bells. Dragon Jedi, how are you, Dragon Jedi? So the total weight of all the bells that are inside this thing weigh 123,000 pounds. The largest bell is 12 tons. 12 tons. And now inside of this place, so it's 205 feet tall. It's the equivalent to a 40-story building. But inside of here, there's water towers. There's inside is like a library inside of here. There's all sorts of wild stuff. Then obviously all the bells. And on top here, those birds are actually like 14 foot tall. 14 foot tall. P5, do I know of any places like this in Central Florida? This is the only one, the tower I've ever seen. But if you go to, you can check out my video I posted about a giant Moorish revival structure at the University of Tampa. I posted that the other day. It'd be the Tampa Bay Hotel that was built between 1888 and 1891. The structure is made of red brick, which we know is piezoelectric, but it's a 1/4 mile long brick structure, and it encompasses 6 acres. So the structure itself takes up 6 acres, like not like the estate, the whole structure, 6 acres. There was 511 rooms in the hotel when it was completed. And it was completed by, the architect's last name was Plant. But go check that out. University of Tampa. That video I just posted a couple days ago. You can find me across all social media platforms as Lance from Upstate. Lance from Upstate. And if you missed this full live here of me walking through the Welcome Center and going through the gardens, you'll be able to find it on my YouTube channel. Go to Lance from Upstate on YouTube. I will download this whole live and I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. Jess, you remember something like this in Daytona? Anybody else have anything cool in Florida I should check out? Where's everybody from that's watching? We got 72 people watching, so there's people popping in and out of here. But is there anything else cool in Florida we should check out? I'm going to be going live in St. Augustine, Florida. I'm really excited for that. St. Augustine. Lucia is in Maui. Tucson, Arizona. The Wonder House in Bartow? What's the Wonder House? Palm Beach. I was thinking about going down there that way. Michael's in North Carolina. Blade, USA in Massachusetts. Wesley Chapel. Pesoptimus, the Sunken Gardens. Freddie, this tower is in Lake Wales, Florida. Lake Wales, Florida. Lighthouse in Dayton, Florida. Is there a lighthouse in Dayton, Florida? So Jacksonville, I think I'm going to be meeting up with Big T. Make It Make Sense. I think I'm going to be linking up with him Sunday, maybe Saturday. We've been talking. Ryan, what's up? MDXXT Garden of Eden certainly gives Garden of Eden vibes, doesn't it? We've been talking about it earlier, but the Ark, right? The Ark was made of gopher wood, and Noah's Ark, and gopher wood is only native to North Florida and South Georgia. Ryan, I am in Lake Wales, Florida. We've been live for 2 hours and 6 minutes, 2.7 thousand total viewers. We've gained 60 new followers in this live stream, and we made a total of $2 by 32 gifters. So thank you so very much. I am going to start walking back to my truck here shortly because I do want to go check out that place I was telling you all about called Spook Hill. And that's what they call it. The locals call it here, but there's something going on energetically with it because it appears that vehicles roll uphill there. Oh, Coral Castle Homestead. You know what? I do want to check out Coral Castle. And that's a very interesting story about how that was made. People said that he was apparently caught like levitating things with his hands. And if you know anything about some of the monks and like how they sing, they can levitate things. Just like how some monks can create fires with their fingers and emit electrical charges, things of that nature. Jake, I'm stoked to go there. I'm gonna go head in there. In just a few minutes, I'm gonna start walking back to my truck. That's right, Levites. Levitate. Levi. All right. So the Singing Tower in Florida. Hair's still looking a little crazy. Not as sweaty as I was last night. Big heart of peace and love. I love you too, bro. Stay wild, always. Stay wild, stay wild, stay wild. So my hair flapping the wind here. Hair's getting long. I love y'all and thank you so very much for joining me on this adventure in Lake Wales. Lake Wales, Florida. We've had a great time walking around here in Mount Iron. So I'm gonna head to Spook Hill. Jack, Google the Wonder House when you get a chance. It's not too far from you now, the Wonder House. All right, I'm gonna screenshot that too. I have not walked down this way, but that's pretty cool. The Singing Tower of Florida. Jen, how are you, Jen? We've been live for a while. You missed most of it, Jen. You missed most of the Singing Tower. Dinah Doll, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Little wiener dog over here barking at me. You're stuck in your classroom. Well, Jen, we appreciate you so very much. So very much. My hair is looking wild. So very much. There's everybody taking pictures everywhere. Look at that tower. You can see some of it right here. I'll turn around. You want to see? Here, I'll show you, Jen. Look at that thing. This place is going to be closing here. Steph, yeah, do you know what any of those mean? You know what they mean? Isn't that wild? So those birds all the way on top, they're 14 feet tall. And the lavender, isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful garden. I'm glad you enjoyed the learning, and I look forward to having you on a live again here. And Look at that tower back there. I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Trimmed up my beard a little bit today. We had a great live last night. Great live. Looks like a crown. So yesterday, when we were live, I was saying earlier, I walked over 18,000 steps yesterday. So for a man my height, 6'1", I did the computation, and it's about 9 miles. So I walked 9 miles yesterday. Michael Skikes, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. This was a really fun live. This has been a lot of fun. Lake Wales, Florida, the Singing Bok Tower. It's totally worth the price of admission. $20 to get in. Cost 20 bucks. 20 bucks. And for all y'all that missed the live, I will download this one and I will put it on YouTube. It takes me a bit to download. It takes me a bit to download them from TikTok. It does take me a while. And actually, you know what? If we stay on this live while I'm driving out, I'll drive through the mangroves, and actually, you know what? I don't want to risk it because we've been live for, I don't know, 2.5 hours. And if we get kicked off the live at the end here, then I'll lose all this footage, and I don't want to lose all this footage. So I don't want to take any chances. Or if you used to live like 1,000 yards from the tower in Mountain Lake, I look good in a cowboy hat. I got my cowboy hat in the truck, actually. Vicky, we'll see you later. We don't say bye. We say see you later, alligator. And you say, in a while, crocodile. My dad used to say that all the time. When I say bye, Dad, he say, don't say bye. We say see you later. Or if you used to live 1,000 yards from the tower in Mount Lake Club. Can't see it behind those trees. I was hoping that we could see it there. Beautiful blue skies, though. Beautiful blue skies. Thank you, Jess. It's all good, Vicky. I'm just messing with you. You know I love you. I love y'all very, very much. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate you. Much love to you always. Much love to you always. I'll do a final recap here. MB Medry. Oh, the architect? There was like 5 architects, I think. Oh, shit. Toppers? What's Toppers? Jake, what's Toppers? Is that a restaurant? $53 people still watching live. 5:34. Been live for 2 hours and 12 minutes. 2.8 thousand total viewers. 63 new followers. 34 gifters for a total of $3.22. Oh, an ice cream place down the road? Right on. It says my connection is unstable. Hey, Patriot, how's it going? How's it going? We were just live at the Singing Bok Tower in Lake Wales, Florida for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So I'm getting ready to disconnect this live here. Great strawberry shakes. Right on. Right on. I'm trying to stay away from, what's the place? Andy's. I went to Andy's. It's a frozen custard place a couple times. Pretty good. Hot fudge sundaes. ORV Orv. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but you keep saying that you used to live 1,000 yards from there. Yeah, Jen, it was delicious. Oh, right on. Just sent an email. I will get on there and check my email. I should probably check it. Sounds like I got a few emails. Yeah, that's the new website, lancefromupstate.com. We just launched that. It's still a work in progress. But, oh, cool stuff. Got an alkaline fruit fast. I had a big salad before I left the house. But, I mean, when I'm out and about, I do like to get healthy food. Yesterday, after we were live in Lakeland, I found a vegetarian vegan place, and it was actually pretty good. And I had a vegetarian gyro or gyro, however you want to pronounce it. And you sent me that info about the Scottish thistle. Thank you very much, Jess. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. I've been eating kind of like a Cathar. They only ate fish and fruits and vegetables. I haven't been eating meat. I'm not like a vegan, but the best mango and coconut. Really? ORV? Orv? Is that Orv or ORV? What do you go by? Yeah, the closest house to the tower. Giro. I can't roll my. I can't roll ours. Can't roll ours. You don't Greek? Orv? Steph, you don't Greek? All right, so I'm going to disconnect this live. We've had almost 3,000 viewers here today, so it was a great time. 63 new followers, so thank you for joining the fam if you're still here. Maybe I'll hop on and go live again for a minute later. Orville, okay, that makes sense. Orv, I appreciate you sharing that with us. The closest house to the tower. I gotta hop on Facebook and Instagram and say howdy to them at some point as well. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you. But I love y'all so very much. Service is horrible. I'm sorry. I love y'all so very much. Thank you for joining me. I will. Shane, much love. Steph, I appreciate you. Blade, thank you. Amy Sue, I know you're still here. Debbie, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the support. I love y'all so very much, and I will hop on later probably and say howdy again to everybody. Or if you used to drive up there in the golf carts. Yeah, because there's a golf course right next door, and they use golf courts to hide giant burial mounds. Jake, very nice to meet you, man. I appreciate you. But I love y'all so very much. Thank you for the support. Stay blessed, stay armored up. We out here, fam. Stay wild. We're all wild. I love y'all so very much, and I'll talk to you soon.